Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling punch. I looked at her and I said, hey, I'm on Brooklyn, New York.
We're not in Brooklyn, sir. We're in upstate New York in Dutchess County. I'm originally from Yonkers.
I guess you guys don't know each other that well.
Oh, what is up? What is up? What is up? What's going on? How's everybody doing? It's Friday. Sunday. I guess can't make it today. We had a family emergency, so we're going to reschedule. So right now, you just got me and Joey. And I guess another guest going to come on if Joey sent me the link. I don't know. But shout out to NBR Radio. Shout out to all our sponsors, Jersey Mike's. I want to thank you. I take my hat off for sending the certificate that myself.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's MBR and
that myself and Joey received this morning. I want to thank H and can't thank you enough for being on NBR Radio. We never thought it would take off like this. We never thought it would be where it is today. And without H, there is no Turnbuckles and Stogies pod.
Oh, that's from the NB Radio team.
Yes. You want to show them?
I'm going to put there in a minute. I'm going to get the link out first, and then I'm going to...
Sorry, guys. He didn't have his coffee.
No, I'm because I'm trying to do 9 different things and fix the Wi-Fi and everything else.
Maurice, what's up, man?
So,
let's talk about...
Give me some time. Give me a minute.
Let's talk about what everybody's doing today. It's the end of the summer, and, it's the end of the summer, and what's everybody going to do?
Give me 1 second, guys.
Sorry, it's a little confusion here right now, but he's working on it. He's got to have his coffee. He's going to start a cigar.
No, I need people to not ask me 912 questions.
Well, if that's the case, I can always leave the show. Same. I'll let you do the show today.
Go ahead, keep talking. I'm busy.
So he's busy. He's going through his cigars. H, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? How's everything?
Did I take it out of last night?
So we are chilling. Like I said, we just got word from our guest that he had a family emergency he had to attend to with his mom. So we're going to reschedule that. But we're going to talk about some wrestling. We're going to talk about, let's talk about the John Cena thing. When Logan Paul called him out and he was in the ring and he was telling Logan Paul about his 23 years and he gave him the middle finger. I thought that was pretty dope. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, we're changing things up here a little bit. As per my producer in Colorado.
Oh, great. Here we go.
What?
Nothing you nor I can fix. So don't freak out.
What is it?
Wi-Fi. Nothing we can fix. You can't get mad over it. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, but I know you. It's going to start glitching out, and then you're going to start getting pissed off and getting mad. We're not doing that.
So what do you want to talk about, son? Calm down. Take a break.
Yeah,
Light a cigar.
it's a lot easier said than done.
Well, then maybe we should just end the show. When and where are the Untouchables having a match next month?
No, next match.
Next match. Sorry.
Next match. I said next match. Not next month. There you go.
So
What I fucking want.
we have a special guest. I know it's kind of dark. We're outside. There's no sun. I don't know where the hell the sun went. So let's bring this guy into the studio. Y'all know who he is. He doesn't need an introduction. It's a favorite OG. What's going on?
What's up? What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
Happy Sunday. Everything's good. How about you guys?
Wonderful.
Everything's good. Joey's men's and men's, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it must be that he woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
That
what I mean?
happens. That happens.
But what's going on with you?
Man,
Tell
this
everybody
life's
what
been
you're
busy.
doing.
Life just been busy. Brand new grandfather of 2, 1 on the way, so 3 essentially. Work's been busy. My 9 to 5's been busy. Rebranding the side hustle, so I'm working on that. So it's been pretty hectic.
What are you rebranding it to?
My side hustle, my business, a cigar tender.
What are you going to do with it?
It's going to be more than just custom humidors. I'm working on a full actual store with accessories and stuff like that. So
Is it going to be in the shop that you're at?
no. I'm going to be going to events and stuff like that.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Going to be grinding.
Well, you never stop grinding.
Never. Always looking to do more. You know, never settle for the status quo. You know what I mean?
Right.
So how you guys been?
So
I hear the show's doing really well. That's awesome.
as
Show's been busy.
what are we
Yeah.
top 20? Top
I don't
40?
know. I don't even know. I don't have that information anymore.
Yes, Joe.
That's H.
Yes, Joel. That's That's the OG. I brought him on. Say what's up to H.
What's up?
It's been a while, H. Figure I'd bring him on today, you know. We were sitting out back. I was talking on live with him. Figured we'd bring him on.
There we go.
See what we're doing, you know. One third of the Turnbuckles and Stogies pod.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you guys.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Good to see you too.
Hopefully things will settle down here in the fall, which I anticipate it doing. And I'll get down there and see you guys, and hopefully you guys can come up here and hang with me sometime. That'd be really cool.
We're going to try.
H said, when is your next meet and greet at your cigar shop?
Nothing planned right away. Nothing planned in the future. But if I had to guess, there might be a window of opportunity sometime in late November, early December. But that's not. There's nothing in ink on paper. So.
Okay. Well, for y'all that don't know, Joey orders from Sir Louis all the time.
Yes.
He orders every month.
If I can. Sometimes more than once.
Twice, 3 times a lady, you know.
Sometimes more than once. Kind of like I was considering ordering those other ones.
I have a box sitting there waiting for me. Just got to order it. You know what I mean? I know y'all can't see us because I don't know if it's the sun or whatever.
Oh, no, it's this.
So you want to close it?
It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to make no difference.
It's the sun. We're outside. Y'all know what we look like anyway. I mean, I got the most handsomest face on the internet, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Got the most handsomest face on the internet, so it doesn't really matter. Y'all know what we look like. We're the most 2 sexiest guys on the world. You know what I mean? So, OG,
who all are you bringing on today? Who are you bringing on today besides me?
We were supposed to have Patriot Cigar Company. We're supposed to have Alan on. He actually messaged me at like 9 o'clock this morning that I didn't see it until just now when I checked my email. That he had a family emergency. His mom's water
that's too
heater
bad.
broke, and she was freaking out, so he had to go take care of that.
That's all right.
Understandable. Life happens.
That's what I said. I said it happens. We can reschedule. We got another interview we have to film anyway. So
okay.
So let's go over the schedule.
Yeah.
So next week we have Broncano Cigars.
Broncano Cigars next week.
The following week we have Hazy Gray.
Yup. Then we have
a restaurant, Elijah
Rios out of the Monster Factory.
Then we have
Jeff Miller, the Metal Maniac. And then October 5th, we kick it off with probably our biggest guest to date. Our biggest guest, one of our personal guests we've wanted to have on.
One of my good friends.
The man with the whistle, Mr. Bill Alfonso, will be on the show October 5th.
The referee of the
manager of champions, probably the greatest manager ever. Refereed just about every territory, every big match, from Hogan to Devon Eriks, I think, to the Freebirds, to Jake the Snake, to Andre, Sheik, to all those guys.
Freaking Black Flies.
Oh wow!
So we got a pretty action-filled schedule towards the end of September into October.
Very cool. Awesome.
We'll be seeing that video for Bill come out pretty soon. And
very cool.
He does.
Yes, he does, Maurice. He does want to manage the Untouchables.
And for y'all that don't know more,
it is true. He does want to manage
the Stogie Bro Incorporated.
Yes. So expect the end of September into October, 3 weeks worth of wrestling.
Nice.
So now let's talk about
We've done a lot of cigars. We've covered our own little bits here and there of wrestling, of different things. We're going to be interviewing basically three wrestling people back to back.
yes. And let me tell you something about Jeff Miller.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
So my mother-in-law, when she was alive, and I used to do shows with Jimmy Snooker, Jeff was always there. I'm gonna call him Metal Maniac, kayfabe. So the Metal Maniac was there, and my mother-in-law used to love the Metal Maniac. Used to love him. And I reached out to him and I called him, and he's like, "Hey, brother, daddy, brother, daddy." That's his gimmick. So when I called him, he goes, "Brother, daddy, thanks for reaching out to me, brother." You know, so he's a cool dude. He's in Hawaii right now. So I think it's, what's the time? I think it's early in the morning over there.
It's something like that.
It's
He's
early
like
in the
6
morning.
hours behind.
So he's sleeping right now. So when I reached out to him, bro, my phone was just going off. He was just sending pictures after pictures after pictures after pictures. And when I told him, he goes, "Yes, your mother-in-law." He goes, "I love her." I said, "Brother, I'm glad you do, because I love her too, but she passed away." And he goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "No way." And I sent him a picture of her and him together. And he was like, "Yes, I remember that day. I remember that day." And I said, "Yeah, bro. She loves you, bro." She was like, "He is the man." You know what I mean? So
that's cool.
So, you know, so reaching out to guys like that from the 80s and the 90s is phenomenal. We're reaching out to somebody else who I trained with their family in Dallas. We're just waiting for a response.
I'll give it a couple days and then I'll email again. And that'll be another big one that
I'm looking forward to that one.
Fucking wild.
I already told OG. So.
If that lands, that'll be just absolutely fucking insane.
Listen, I'm keeping my.
I get in trouble. You can't say it.
I said it once.
You can't say it no more.
I said it once.
Yeah, but Joey said it. Joey said it with the PH spelling, so that's not a swear word.
No, it doesn't matter. H is watching. We can't say
I know
that.
he is. I know he is. No, I know he is.
If that lands, that'll probably be.
That was him. It wasn't me.
That'll
be
the biggest. That'll be the biggest interview we probably will. I want to say probably one of the biggest ones we'll probably ever get. Bro. But then again,
I don't know. You guys have caught fire, and I'm telling you, eventually, these big names will be reaching out to you. I said that to Dave earlier.
That's our hope.
Can you?
So yeah, I know.
That's what I'm working on.
This is fantastic. Hey, speaking of wrestling, I got a question for you guys, because wrestling has been on fire for the last 2 weeks with pay-per-view after pay-per-view after big shows. I mean, it's been insane. I briefly touched with it on Dave earlier, off on Instagram. What do you guys think of that chaos with that beatdown in the ring live on with Rod? That was the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life.
That's a very touchy situation.
But it's like I said to you.
Because of,
first of all, he didn't use a gimmick can. He used a real can of beer. And Black Pearl was sitting there in his lounge chair. And when he did it, and Raj said, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" And the gentleman stood up. I don't know the gentleman's name.
Psycho Stu.
Psycho
Stu.
Hit him with the can. And then Black Pearl jumped right up and said, "Listen, we're going to handle this. Let us handle this."
Yeah, but then, see what you probably didn't see yet.
No, I seen the video of Raj sitting there like this on his live stream.
No, see, Black Pearl pulled him to the side. against the truck and told him, how about you do a run-in during his match and get the motherfucker back?
Right. Again, but then he was on a lie, and this is where everybody doesn't see it. This is where he said, I'm going to beat him until he can't get up. And it was on his live stream, because I went to his live stream and it's on there, and he's saying, chat, should I go in there and just beat him up until he can't breathe no more? And everybody's like, yes. So what did he do? He should have just went in there like he did, power bombed him, and then just smacked him a few times and left. Instead, he beat him to where he put him in the ICU.
Yeah, but you know what other thing is too, is it's a weird situation because there's no, when you look at the pictures of Stu in the hospital, I don't know if they're the right pictures, but there's no facial injuries.
There's
Oh,
no
he lost all of his teeth. He broke his jaw. He broke his eye socket.
But for what they're saying in the pictures you're seeing, something doesn't add up. And I'm not saying
I'm not going on
Stu or anything. It's just something isn't right, and I don't know what it is. But I do know the feds took it over now. LAPD's not doing it no more.
So
you guys know that Psycho Stu is a Marine veteran, and you know that, right?
So from what I understand,
and he used wrestling as an outlet for his PTSD.
Correct.
They did arrest Raj. They did arrest him.
That whole thing is just man, I feel bad obviously for Psycho Stu. Like that, he was out when he hit the mat from the slam.
Mm-hmm.
He was out there.
Correct.
That was
now.
Yeah, that was
now.
Like
there's question on. Yeah, there was a question of what's his name's mental state and like thrown out there. I don't know if that's CYOA to help lessen the charges or what, but that whole situation to see it on TV was nauseating.
Yeah.
Like that was nauseating.
Rampage said he had a concussion and all kinds of other shit. He should have never been anywhere near a ring.
If you heard what Rampage said, and not Rampage, Raj, he said, now my father is not going to call me a bitch anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, but...
So, and if you watched one of Rampage's live when he was at his home, he was on live, and he was like, my son's not a bitch, right, son? And he goes, no. And he goes, yes, he is. Yes, he is. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
it's like, what do you do? Like, that's like me sitting here with him saying, Joey's not a bitch. Yes, he is. Joey's not a bitch. Yes, he is. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I get it.
Listen, somebody to call their son a bitch because of whatever is going on in their life, and then be like, oh, son, I love you. I love you. He's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, I listen. I'm trying to look at it through objective glasses here, and not really judge anything, and let the investigation take place, and then reserve judgment. You know what I mean, for after when the facts come out. And
unfortunately, it's hard to look at it with it's hard to look at it with lenses that aren't fogged up because there's so much evidence against Raja that it's really, you can't look at that situation unbiasedly because of the fact, why, yes, the alcohol should not have been allowed in the locker room. That's 110% what shouldn't be allowed. But that, it's a different time and a different place now, and that shouldn't be allowed in the locker room. But at the same time, somebody that's not working should not be back there.
Correct.
I agree.
Whether you're a superstar, and like Dana White said, because somebody asked Dana White, and he said he will never, ever work for us again.
What can you, I mean... the whole situation just leaves a huge black mark on sports entertainment and wrestling. You know what I mean?
And honestly, it leaves a huge black mark too on
Knox Pro Wrestling.
Well, on Knox and on, I don't even want to say Rampage, but it's going to affect Rampage anyway.
Correct.
Well, there's a guy I follow.
Even though Raja is his own person and his own fighter and everything else, it's going to leave a black mark on Rampage through osmosis, I guess, if you want to say that.
There's a guy I follow on TikTok, Joy of Everything. He used to work for TMZ. Now he does his own stuff on TikTok. And when all of that happened, he met Rampage at the airport. And he asked Rampage about it. And Rampage said, I'm not talking about it. It's under investigation. I'm not talking about it. He goes, yeah, but that's your son. You kept saying your son is a bitch. He goes, what do you think of him now? He goes, I'm not going to talk about it. He goes, please stop asking me questions.
Because Rampage.
And somebody else asked him a question, and Rampage wigged out. He said, I'm not asking questions about that. He goes, I don't want to. He goes, I'm not answering no more questions. You have another question about my career, that's fine. Don't ask me about my son. Right now, it's under investigation with the feds, with LAPD. He goes, and that's where we're leaving it. He goes, do I think he should have done that? No. And that's where he left it. He left it right at that.
As he should.
You know?
As he should. He doesn't want to add. He doesn't want to add. Right. He wants. Yeah, and he doesn't want to add fuel to the fire, and he doesn't want to give ammunition to the prosecution. You know, to the
right.
You know, to the DA. You don't want to do that. So you just keep your mouth shut and let things play out. But
that DA right now in LA he's a tough cookie, because like the Menendez brothers, they tried to get out on parole, and he was like, absolutely not. And listen, I don't talk about stuff like that, but the Menendez brothers, they rehabilitated themselves. They're teaching people in jail. They, you know, whatever they're doing, they got college degrees now. Do I think they can come out? Sure, why not? Let them come out. Let them do what they do, and let them rehabilitate other people on the outside. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's locking them out after what they did however many years ago. You know what I'm saying? And the family, the aunts and the uncles were like, no, they should be let out because of this, and that, and the third.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it on here because we'll get blocked, whatever. But they're like, this is the way the father and the mother knew it. So this is why they did it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so let's go back and talk about regular wrestling.
Well, let's take a commercial break.
We're gonna take
talking for a little bit.
Play something we haven't heard.
I'm feeling alright. What do you know
Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday, happy fun day. Yo, we are the Turnbuckles and Stogies pod. I am the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and we have 1/3 who started with us, Mr. OG himself.
What's up, boys?
So let's talk about wrestling. So let
Wrestling.
me actually
RASSLIN. Wrestling.
That's wrestling.
Yes. So let's talk about this. So what do you think of what John Cena when he roasted Logan in the ring?
Dude, he is the greatest ever on the mic. John Cena, that promo was probably, in my opinion, one of the best ones that John Cena ever did. You felt everything. Like John let everything out in that one promo. Everything that the fans were thinking, he absolutely drilled him with. It was fantastic. I love that promotion. That was fantastic. What a comeback from the heel turn, which I hated.
I
wait,
turn.
Yeah, you did.
I did. It's just not the heel turn I thought I was going to get.
Okay.
So
the heel turn I thought I was going to get was Doctor of Thugonomics was the heel turn I thought I was going to get.
So now
I'm not mad at the heel turn. I think it needed to happen. It just could have been done differently.
So here's the thing about why he came back to John Cena. Because remember, that rapper,
Travis
Scott, is no longer with them. The Rock only makes special appearances.
Well, because they never went anywhere with the storyline.
Right.
They were supposed to be more with it, and they just
never went anywhere with that.
It just dropped.
So what did they do? John Cena said, I'm going back to John Cena. Which, when he said to Logan Paul, he said 23, and even Bully Ray said this on
him and
on Busted Open. He goes 20, and Bully Ray said when he hit him with the 23, that was the greatest. He goes 23. Yeah. He goes, you had 23 matches. I've been doing this 23 years. And then he went on, and then he goes like this, and then he goes like this. That was it. It sold me forever. Yeah. He goes, this isn't your house. This isn't my house. He goes, this is their house. And if they don't like you, that's the way it works. And then when he
was a great promo.
When he went over and knocked over the Prime, that was the greatest because Prime stinks.
To be fair, though,
you were here to sell salt water. I thought that was a great line too.
No, that was
and then he knocks that Prime over.
Everybody knocks over the Prime display.
And then he goes
while they're outside beating the crap out of each other. Everybody knocks over the Prime display.
You were a YouTuber when I started in this business, and do you have your drones flying over? He goes, oh, I was like, yes. And then when he said the saltwater gimmick, that was a wrap. And then
he drilled it.
When he went over to that young kid, he goes, son, where's the son? Where's the son?
Well, you know who that kid is, right?
And he goes over and he gives him a hug.
Do you know who that kid is?
And then he gets back in the ring.
Yeah, but do you know who that kid is?
No.
That's the kid he made cry the last time they were overseas on his heel turn.
Yep.
I thought that was the greatest ever. And listen, I met John Cena at WrestleMania 20 in the parking lot. My man shrugged me off. And I said, John, that's the worst thing you're ever going to do is shrug me off. He goes, what do you mean? I said, you don't know who I am? That's the worst you're going to do. But I got to give him props. Next time I seen him, my man shook my hand and said, I should have shook your hand in 2020. You know what I mean?
Very cool.
That was the greatest interview that John has ever done in the ring. You know,
absolutely
and I was
agree.
Like, when he put that thing out there and said, selling salt water, I was laughing. I was laughing.
That was great. That was great. Absolutely. So I want to touch on Becky Lynch because I think she's doing an amazing job as a heel. and she is
She's
hitting
in a lot of
every
trouble, right?
promotion. Man, she is on fire right now with that heel roll. She is just
Yeah,
absolutely killing
she's
it.
also, from what I understand, she's in a lot of trouble right now because I forget where I think it was it England?
Oh, when she said
Just
about Ozzy Osbourne.
for Ozzy
Yeah.
Osbourne.
She's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah. I remember that.
On
She's
one
in a
of
lot of-
one of the other podcasts, they said that the WWE has reached out to his daughter, and on behalf of Becky, apologized.
That's
Not
what I've
for what
heard.
she said, but for it being taken. It wasn't the context that it was meant to be. It was a dig at, like heels do when they're in different locations.
Yes,
That
but
was the objective. It had nothing to do with Ozzy. She's a fan of Ozzy. She's always been a fan. She didn't mean it like that. It came off wrong.
But the thing is, the guy just passed away. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean
I know.
that's the other thing is there's a way to do it, and I know, but because the family wasn't involved,
Correct.
makes it worse.
Correct.
Because they had no idea that was coming.
Even the producers had no idea that was
Nobody knew that was coming.
You know what I mean? So, it's just crazy. Like, it's
Me personally,
Bro,
I did not have. I didn't have I don't have an issue with it. I thought it was. I didn't think it was bad timing. I thought it was great. I think she got
I
the
haven't heard
reaction
it, so I can't tell you.
she was looking for. She basically said, I'm paraphrasing. She said, if I'm from wherever they were in England, I would want to die too. And it wasn't a dig at Ozzy. It was a dig at the people. And I didn't think there was any. I honestly was like, oh, wow. But I also I don't think it was a dig at Ozzy Osbourne at all.
No, but I can see how that can be taken as one
Correct.
for sure. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's tough because it's not. It was taken the way it wasn't supposed to be. But I could also
that was
see
just
how it got
that was
taken
just
that
a
way.
little. But that was just a little.
Right.
See, that's my point. It was a little segment of the big promo, and people are focusing on that one little part of the segment. And to precurse that, she said, I wouldn't want to live here. Ozzy made a great choice at moving to LA, blah, 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 and then led into because if I lived here, I would want to die too. That's kind of how that transitioned to that little statement. And that part got blown out of the water. I didn't think it was horrible. I did say it was definitely for shock and awe factor, but I don't think I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me. I didn't think it was that bad.
Here's a funny thing. So I was watching TikTok this morning. I think I sent it to Joey. So Nia Jax was wrestling with Tiffany Stratton and somebody else. So Nia Jax was laying on the floor in between the ring and the guardrail. And one of the TikTokers was live and he goes, "Hey, Nia, have you ever tried Georgia steaks yet?" She goes, "No." She goes, "Have you?" It's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time. Bro, I thought that was the greatest. Go back and check it out. Bro, when she said to him, she rolled over. She goes, "No, have you tried them?" I was like, seriously? I was like, "You're wrestling." I was like,
I love the fan interaction. I think that's great.
But you know what? It's so different now from when I came up because you couldn't even answer them. You know what I mean? Now it's like everybody can answer everybody.
Well, no,
now.
remember,
it was kayfabe.
That point in time, Nia was a babyface Tiffany. That's old. I saw that one.
When
yes,
when she was wrestling Tiffany.
Yes, that's she was the babyface. So obviously she's gonna answer.
So when he said, "Have you tried Georgia steaks?" and she goes, "No," she goes, "Have you?" and he said, "No," and then all of a sudden she went, "Tiffy time, Tiffy time." I'm like, seriously?
Well, yeah.
I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm like, what is this?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened this week. I mean,
Sami Zayn won
well,
the title.
AEW took up their residency at
Yep.
the 2300 for the next month.
And gave Taz.
Taz is getting
the rightful place.
Taz is getting his
2300.
banner hung up in the 2300 arena in the Hardcore
Thanks
Hall of
to
Fame.
Tony Khan.
No, Taz was going up anyway. I mean, Taz had to go up regardless. We all know that.
Yeah, but Tony Khan put it out there, and then the Blue Meanie showing up as one of the minions.
That was the Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view, which I did fall asleep during the main event.
Which was
the women's title match.
Well, she's still a champ.
But that whole card was phenomenal. Sammy turned on the
AEW is, yeah. AEW is just killing it. They are just absolutely on fire.
You know what? If everybody's complaining that they're in a smaller building, it looks crappy. But no, you know, like somebody else said. Well, like somebody else said, you know what? Everybody's been in that arena. TNA, MLW's done it. NXT's done it. Nobody complained. All of a sudden, it's like AEW did it, and people complain it looks smaller than it is. It looks crappy. I think it's
fantastic.
What AEW needs to do to build up the arena shows again, to have a full capacity, is to do the smaller venues.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Get out there.
On them.
No, not at all.
The smaller venues, when you pick up residencies like they did in Dallas, like they did in Philly, like they could do in the Hammerstein. You know, like they did in the Hammerstein for that couple of weeks. You know, there's ways to do it, and if you do these smaller venues that have significance, you'll see when you go do the bigger shows, you'll get a bigger crowd.
And like Tony Khan said, with the briefcase, you know, with the contract, he goes, we're not trying to be like everybody else where you can cash it in. He goes, you got to give me at least 2 weeks notice, which is understandable. He doesn't want to be like WWE.
with the
you know what I mean?
The AEW the title shot contracts.
He doesn't want to be like WWE. He wants it to be where, you know what, where I can advertise it. Like MJF is going to cash in.
Yeah, I mean, I like that idea, but I also kind of like you can cash in there idea.
I don't think he's cashing it in. I think the stipulation, I think he's got a stipulation in the match that he doesn't need to use a contract. He's holding on to the contract.
That match happened already.
Yeah, that match happened.
Right.
MJF's
No, that's what I'm talking about. There was he was right. He could hold on to that. Right. Correct. I was addressing Dave's the point about the contract. Was that he didn't use it to cash it in, he used it to hold on to it. And on top of that, got a match.
Yeah.
Right.
So if he lost a match, then he can use it. I thought he still had it.
No.
So originally he did, and then they did Forbidden Door last week.
Last week.
I only know because I bought it. And MJF faced Hangman for the belt
and
lost.
Right.
Listen.
Right.
I gotta say, that was one of the best matches ever that I've seen on AEW. No. That I've seen on that pay-per-view. But the one before that, with the Young Bucks, Ospreay.
Well, no, that was at the end of the night. They closed the show with
that. And shout out to Will Ospreay. I take my hat off to you, my brother.
Yes, Will.
Hope you're feeling
Will
better.
actually I think it happened just now. If it didn't happen already, he's going under to have his neck fused.
And his neck was really damaged, but he told them, I'm still wrestling. I'm not going to disapprove the crowd.
No, because what it is that show was 30 minutes from his house, door to door in England. And I don't know if he got cleared, if it's storyline, whatever. but basically he couldn't get cleared, so it had to be an unsanctioned, match.
Gotcha.
Before the match started, they said the lights are going to go off. When the lights come back on, that's the end of the show. This match is not part of the show, but yet they aired it on the pay-per-view.
But I don't know if you've seen it, OG. I don't know if you watched it. Did you watch
I haven't watched it. I have not watched All In.
So
no, this was Forbidden Door.
This was Forbidden Door.
Oh, excuse me. That's what I meant. Forbidden Door. I didn't watch Forbidden Door. Sorry, misspoke.
So I'm gonna be a mark. So you got to order Triller TV.
No, I didn't get it on Triller.
No, you got to order Triller TV and watch ACW, Awesome Championship Wrestling. They're friends of ours. We're trying to get them on here.
They're honestly too busy.
Joey was on Joey went to the show in Barton's Orchard.
That was actually, I have to say, you know what? It had that old, I almost want to say like that old school feel, because it was an outdoor venue with a big open front, but it was closed in. It was a building, but the front was open. And
like an amphitheater.
Yeah.
Yes.
They call it the Sun Garden Arena, but there was not a bad seat in the house.
Joey was like
small. You could see just about everything. It was fantastic.
Joey was like a row and a half back from the front.
I was third row.
And the guy walked out. What was his name?
I forget. He came out and they didn't get it though. They didn't get a part of it. They didn't film
Joey's
it.
Sitting there. And Joey said something to Leo Sparrow, who's a big independent wrestler, and all he does,
I forget if I said something or what happened, and he took tail out of his couch and threw it at me. And then I told him to eat a steak because animals are food. And I sent him on his way.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic.
They got a snippet of it. They didn't get the whole. They didn't. So the camera wasn't facing me. It was off to the side on him, and they just got the throw. They didn't get the whole thing, which sucks.
If anybody on here that's watching us, order Triller TV. You can watch any wrestling show on there.
Anything they have. You can watch GCW, Juggalo Championship Wrestling, Memphis Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling.
It's
just about everywhere.
And what is it?
Well, no, you got to pay for it.
Right, but how much is it?
It depends.
Joey's paying 8 cents a month.
I'm paying 80 cents until I think October or November.
What a guy.
Speaking of OVW, wow.
Mm-hmm.
They are really, that program is really ramping up.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Uh-huh.
Don't they have a new owner now? They have a new owner, don't they?
Yeah, Matt's out.
The
radio guy.
The radio guy.
Yeah.
He's out. Al Snow is still a big factor in it.
Al Snow is still, he ain't letting that go.
Al and
Al still produces it, right? Al still produces it.
Al still owns some of the company.
No, I know he owns it, but he does a lot of the creative stuff, though.
He does the creative, the producing. So does one of the Basham brothers. They both do.
Yes.
I think it's Is it Doug? Or no, I think it's Danny.
It's Danny Basham.
Him and Al Snow do run Ohio Valley.
Yes.
They do all the training and everything. They still wrestle on screen occasionally.
And Al Snow still interferes and comes out and says, I'm the commissioner.
Well, yeah, he's got to.
This is what's going to happen and blah, blah, blah. But on that note, bro, we're going to take a commercial break, OG. We'll be right back.
Still see the spray painted stop sign when I roll down 79. The drag marks behind that mini mart ain't faded after all this time. Every mad guy from Georgia to California's got a boy with a rebel heart. Stories in every small town scarlet by a good old boy taking it way too far. Somebody had to drink too much and crank Hank way too loud. Somebody had to always stand up to the guy with a tendency to run his mouth. The straight pipe Chevy had to run these was me. There's still ruts on Ridge Hill Road, and muddy cans we tossed out the window. String bikini on a limb by a swimming hole. That's a story that'll never be told. Cigarette butts in a busted bottle, sitting by that old burn pile. This town was nothing without us, tearing it up every once in a while. Somebody had to drink too much, crank way too loud. Somebody had to always stand up to the guy with a tendency to run his mouth. The straight pipe Chevy had to run these streets like Bo and Luke in the General Lee. Yeah, somebody had to, and that somebody was me. I guess somebody had to get a 4.0 full ride, whole life planned out on track. Somebody had to make a touchdown pass, win state front page, name written in black. But somebody had to drink too much and crank way too loud. Somebody had to always stand up to the guy with a tendency to run his mouth. The straight pipe Chevy had to run these streets like Bo and Luke in the General Lee. Yeah, somebody had to, and that somebody was me. That somebody was me.
Was that?
No, we're not back yet.
Oh.
No, we're not back at all.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not at
Yes,
all.
we are. Yo, what is up? What is up? Happy Sunday, happy fun day. Yo, this is Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, the best podcast that you can ever watch. I am the big dog. That's the Vanilla Gorilla, and we
I'm
have
just reading something.
the
I came across.
OG. Y'all remember the OG when we first started 2 years ago, right?
I was just reading something.
What?
I was reading about WrestlePalooza and stuff like that.
Well, tell us.
No, they're just. It's gonna be on ESPN.
Really?
Yeah, they're done with Peacock. No,
Wow.
I'm just trying to see how to do it.
Wow. So, OG, we spoke about this on Instagram. So, what do you think about DeVito going to the New England Patriots and becoming a star quarterback?
I don't think it really makes a difference. I know you're a DeVito fan, but I think he's average at best. I don't think it helps the Patriots at all.
I don't know, bro. I mean, when our quarterback Danny Dimes was out, this dude came in and won 6 straight games. You know what I mean?
I don't know how many straight games, but I don't remember who he faced, but I think there were unremarkable teams that the Giants should beat, no matter who the quarterback is.
So you said this before on Instagram. So the Giants have New England's number.
They do.
Can beat everyone but the Giants.
It's true.
I think with I don't know. That's gonna be interesting to see, because I don't know. If I give my thoughts, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people.
No, go ahead and say it. That's why we're here.
What? That I don't like Russell Wilson as the quarterback? Because I don't.
What did I say to you? I said the third game he's gonna be out.
I don't
for the
like
season.
Russell. I don't like Russell as a quarterback. I don't. He's too injury prone.
He's gonna be out for the season.
If I'm getting
the third game.
If I'm getting Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl winning Russell Wilson, then I'm okay with that.
You're not.
I know I'm not. And that's why I don't want Russell Wilson as the quarterback.
I don't want him either.
I think Jackson Dart's going to be somebody to.
That's the guy.
Dart. That's who I like for you guys. That's who I like for you guys.
Dart's going to be, well, ironically, Dart played at
Throws
Duke.
darts.
Played at Duke, with a kid who I went to school with, who I'm friends with, that played at Duke. He was his quarterback.
Yeah, he
was
is.
his quarterback.
Yeah, I watched 3 games, 3 giant preseason games with Dart, and every time I think Dart only threw 1 or 2 incompletions, and he is on the money. When I mean he is dropping that ball in, he can put a light touch on it. He can drop it over the top. He can sling it sidearm. Like, he's the real deal. You need to get rid of Russell Wilson and make Dart the number 1 QB.
Well, they're gonna
Because he's the real deal.
Because they paid him a fuck ton of money.
Well, they're
Oh,
idiots for
God.
doing that.
Bro. H, that's not me. That's him. Call me snitch. That's him. That's not me. CH, that's him. That's not me, H. That's him. That's him. Call me snitch. Call me snitch. Yo, call me snitch from now on. See? And then I'll get a message. Why'd you curse? I have not cursed once on here.
I didn't curse.
Excuse me.
You did. You did 7 minutes into it, because you did right when I jumped on. I guess I bring the best out in you.
Then I'm going to get in trouble because they said.
Because you have a tendency to every other word. I
have not said. Oh, gee, have I said anything?
I have not heard the F-bomb out of Big Dog, no.
Thank you. And I went to your sister and I told her I was snitching. I told your sister, and she said, watch your mouth.
Congratulations. You want a cookie? You didn't say a bad word for one time in your life.
You want a cookie.
Watch your mouth.
You want a cookie?
I'm just saying. H, that was Joey, not me. Thank you very much. Hello.
So, you know they're doing WrestlePalooza the same day as All Out on purpose, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So
they are trying to make TNA the number 2 wrestling show.
OG.
Well, WrestlePalooza is WWE's.
Hold on.
I know. But the idea is that the WWE is working with TNA to make AEW the 3rd tier show and TNA the 2nd tier show.
I mean, TNA
none of them are touching the WWE. Let's face it. Nobody is touching the WWE.
If TNA goes to sell, WWE has first rights to purchase the company.
Yes.
But they're trying to help TNA get a TV deal is what it is, which truthfully,
Correct.
I think TNA should already have a TV deal, but that's just me and my own personal opinions. But again,
out of the 2, if we're just talking about AEW and TNA, I think AEW is a better program.
Yes, I do too. You know,
on a consistent weekly basis.
Listen, so
and that's not to say that TNA doesn't have a program here or there that is phenomenal, because they do. But I just think as a whole, as a product, AEW is better.
Here's my thing, OG. So you're giving guys like the TNA champion now, who used to play for the Eagles,
Trick Willie.
You're giving him a title, okay? Now, mind you, you have my man from the Bronx who is making a name for himself, former LAX, Mike Santana. So
I like Mike Santana.
So here's the thing. Why have you not put a strap on him yet?
Oh, he's getting it. He's going to be the one.
But why have you not put a strap on him yet?
Listen, you got to build up the chase. You got to build up. You got to build up the chase with him. It's all about the chase. So when he finally gets that strap, it's a huge pop.
Because we all know
I think they're doing really well.
But this is what Bully said too. Bully said he should have won that strap on the last pay-per-view.
He should have. He probably should have won that in at the pay-per-view they just did. Not Resurgence, the one before that where he wrestled.
Correct. In his hometown.
Yeah, they were in
the tennis guy. The tennis
no,
guy
they weren't
stadium.
in Arthur Ashe.
Yes, they were. They were in Arthur Ashe. He should have
No,
won it
Arthur
there.
Ashe was AEW.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
No,
That's
they
right.
were
Correct.
in oh my God.
The Hammerstein?
Was it the Hammerstein?
Yes, it was the Hammerstein. He should have won it in the Hammerstein in his own hometown because he had Low-Key there. He had Homicide there. He had my brother Jay Lover there.
But
he had everybody there.
I think they're going back there relatively soon. My point is, I love the chase. It worked awesome for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes chasing like that made the win that much more beautiful.
Yeah, but you can't let Mike chase for a couple years because
Yeah.
you got to put it on him while and I get it.
Mike is hot.
See,
Mike is hot.
Cody
right
was hot regardless because Cody had the mainstream publicity from AEW going back.
Right. Because he was part owner.
Mike had to. Well, he was part owner.
No, I'm saying he was part owner.
He was.
I'm not saying that he was part owner.
I think Mike doesn't need the belt. Put it that way. Mike doesn't need the belt.
Correct.
Mike doesn't need the belt. Trick doesn't really need the belt. They put it on him because, again, just like Mike, Joe was over on his own.
Joe Hendry.
So they didn't need that. Nobody really need. There's a few people that might need.
Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry.
There might be a few guys that need the belt, but saying goes is the belt doesn't make the man makes the belt.
Correct.
And Trick is making the belt. Moose
He's doing a phenomenal job.
Moose
I've really come around to Trick. I've really come around to him. I wasn't a big fan
for a long time.
Listen, Moose.
But I've come around to him.
Moose made.
I love Trick. Trick is great.
Yeah.
When Moose had that belt, Moose defended that belt every week. Doesn't matter who it was.
He defended it on NXT.
You could have been a no-name, and Moose was right there and like, you want this? Come and get it.
He defended it on NXT, TNA. I think he went to Japan and defended it.
Yes.
He defended it, I think, when they were partners with AEW. I think he defended it there. I mean, he had that belt on and off for the better part of a few years. And it was because Moose is a workhorse.
And Moose is a former NFL player.
Yeah. Played for the Cardinals. I think he played, it was the Cardinals, and then he went somewhere else.
Let's go back to WWE. Because me and Joey missed it. We were watching it on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Let's talk about the Sami Zayn match.
Oh, Sammy winning the belt. That's twice now Sammy's got the belt. I wonder if that's because they're going to shoot Jacob at Solo again.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking.
I think they're going
That's what I'm thinking. And Sammy's another one of those guys that doesn't need a belt.
He doesn't, because
he does not need a belt.
Sammy's like Kevin Owens. He doesn't need a belt, but you know what?
Speaking of him, there's no timetable.
Sammy
there's no timetable on his return.
But Sammy helped every young star over. Understand? So Sammy doesn't need the belt. For them to put the strap on him is just another accomplishment. But here's the thing. So my thing is, everybody said when Jacob comes to WWE, he's a parasite. He's this, he's that. Listen, this dude is so over right now. Jacob Fatu. He is so over that, bro, he doesn't need to hold the title.
I never heard he was going to be a parasite.
Well, they said when he comes there, he's going to be the guy that's going to go in the locker room and be like, yo, I'm Samoan.
They said because but Jacob, and then if you see all the videos of him, Jacob is just a big fan at heart. That's all it is. If you watch the videos, he's got pictures with Boogeyman. He's got a picture with Punk.
Trick used to be in Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, he was. He played on the practice squad.
Maurice, I can't say the word, but watch this. I can't say
I don't think you can do that either. I don't think you
No,
can
I
do
can
that
do
either.
that.
But
I can do that. I can do that.
so let me, when you're talking about Jacob Fatu, you got to talk. I got to ask, what's next for Roman Reigns? What do you do?
Roman, listen,
he was
Roman
he was
right.
so out of the stratosphere for 3+ years. Now
he's
is he
just
just a
back.
run-in guy? He's just a run-in guy?
No, I think he's just having fun now. I think he's back to kind of
so here's the thing
do the
with
little
Roman.
things he wants to do. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing with
Yeah.
Roman. For y'all that don't know, Roman has a disease. So
that's not a secret.
No, I'm saying for y'all that don't know, he has what is it? Leukemia. He has leukemia.
Got
So
leukemia.
Roman comes in, does what he does. He doesn't need a strap. He doesn't need anything because the minute his music cues, the crowd is off the hook. He can disappear for 5 months. But when that music cues back up, bro, it's like the world is coming to an end.
But does he really need to lose to Bronson Reed?
He's not going to lose to Bronson.
No, I don't think he loses to Bronson.
He's not
And
everything's pointing to it, though. Everything's pointing to it, though.
If he loses to Bronson Reed, it doesn't matter because it's just going to elevate Bronson Reed into the monster they want him to be.
Listen, this is what people don't understand. And me being a wrestler,
Roman doesn't need anything else.
So guys like Roman, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, they don't need to win titles. These guys have been in the business 15, 20 years already. They've done everything they wanted to accomplish. So guess what? If he's a wrestler, which he is, and I'm the guy that's the top dog, and they come to me and they say, "Hey, Dave, you're gonna lose to Joey." Guess what? I'll lose to Joey. You're still getting the same paycheck, but now you're launching his career. So there's nothing for me left to accomplish.
You're giving him a bigger win under his belt.
There's nothing left for me to accomplish because number one.
Here's my problem, though. I feel like Bronson Reed is not ready yet. I feel like they should be focusing on Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker is the next big thing. And for them to shift from Braun Breaker to Bronson Reed, I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Ready yet.
No, Braun's ready, but Bronson has been ready for a while. And I say that
let him go,
I say that watching him back from when he was Jonah Rock.
Yes, Jonah
back
Rock.
In Japan and in New Zealand and all across the states on the indies.
Yes.
He held championships wherever he went. See, the thing with him is he can move. He can move like he can move like
75 pounds.
He moves like a Braun Breaker, just not as fast. But he's got that speed. He's got that oomph behind him. He can move. So I think personally he's ready. I think what you're saying is valid, though. Maybe they give him a Intercontinental belt first.
Yeah, but my thing is this. He's taking everybody's sneakers. What the hell is that about?
I think that's just a way to give him a gimmick to get him over. Because think about it. You can put that gimmick on him, and then you can change it and go from that to something else. And now you've already got him over, and you switched his gimmick.
Correct.
Well, I thought they were going to put him over when he was going up against, what's his name, Strowman. And I thought that was going in the right direction. And all of a sudden, that just ended, like for both Strowman and Reed. It just disappeared.
Yeah, because Strowman got hurt. And then in the last round,
but why don't you carry on Reed though? Why don't you let him be that monster? Go out and just literally just tsunami everybody.
They did for a while.
Then they hooked him
but then they stopped.
And then they put him with Seth Rollins, and now Seth uses him as the monster.
Right.
Seth lets him go.
And what's
so? Let me ask you this: Who breaks up the Oracle? Is it going to be Bronson Reed or is it going to be Braun Breaker? Because it's one of those two. One of those two were turning.
Here's my thing. I think it's going to be Braun Breaker because if you notice, everything is focusing on Bronson Reed. Everything is going to Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman's going to Bronson Reed. And if you ever look, when you look at it, Bron Breaker's in the back and he's like this. He's just shaking his head. So I think what's going to happen, maybe at the next pay-per-view, that Bron Breaker is just going to come out and become a Steiner.
No, he doesn't want it.
I understand that, but you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me, son. I think he's just going to come out and just be a Steiner. That's my opinion. I'm only an inside wrestler. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I think he's going to come out and become a regular Steiner instead of he does do his own. Dad wants him to do his own thing, but in the same sense, listen, just like Cody Rhodes, just like the Usos, just like all of them guys, why not use your family name?
Well, the Usos.
Paulie keeps.
Yeah, he is the future of WrestleMania.
So how do I post that?
Oh, the future of WrestleMania, definitely. I mean, he's going to get a title shot. I think it. So, see, you have Money in the Bank coming up.
Yes.
And I think Braun wins the belt. I think Braun wins the
briefcase.
I think he wins the Money in the Bank.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I think he wins the Money in the Bank, and then Rollins tries to talk him out of it, and then as he tries to talk him out of it, I think he turns and I think is when he cashes in on Seth.
Dennis, send me your address.
All right, I'll do that.
Send me your address.
I think he cashes in on Seth. I just don't know if it's gonna be because wow, we're already approaching. We're starting to approach.
At one point,
it's like a Sting.
Yeah, I was gonna post
Sting
that.
against the Horseman turn for the title.
Yes.
I can't even believe it. We're already saying it again. I mean, we're not on the road yet, but we're approaching the road to WrestleMania again.
Yeah, we gotta get through Survivor Series,
which Survivor
and then that's the door that opens for WrestleMania. Then we start going down the hill to WrestleMania.
Yep, you start going down, and then the road really kicks off when you get to the Rumble.
So
yes, speaking of Rumble, thanks for bringing that up. Who do you think the surprise entry is? I think I know who it's going to be.
Who? Tell us.
I think it's going to be Chris Jericho.
I've heard Jericho might be coming back before that to wrestle Cena.
Really?
I heard last match.
I heard Cena's last match will not be at Royal Rumble. It will actually be at WrestleMania.
It'll be in Boston.
I heard
it's going to be in Boston.
Saturday night's main event in Boston.
Yes.
December 20th.
Events.
But there's some
next month at WrestlePalooza.
Oh, is he?
I think next year at WrestleMania.
Well, there's some things.
He ends in December, so there's a show in Boston, and I think
that's
what
Saturday
it is,
night's main event.
I think it's going to be him and Randy Orton.
I could see that. I wouldn't mind that again.
I think it's going to be him and Randy Orton.
That I would be up for that. I would be up for that. The Legend Killer for one night only. Legend Killer comes back.
You know who's retiring not next year. The year after in 27, right?
Who?
Brock.
Oh, Brock is
Brock's hanging up the boots. Now don't you want to know why?
He's a butcher.
Do you want to know why?
He's the bearded
butcher. Do you know where WrestleMania is in 27?
Canada. Where?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh yeah, he's retiring there.
They're saying that's where Brock hangs up the boots.
But here's the thing.
And that they said that's where Brock's going to call it a career, cap it off.
I follow him.
That'd be kind of cool though to see him retire in in Minneapolis.
I want him. Yeah, I want him to retire in Minneapolis. I want him to win the belt, and then I want him to leave the belt in the ring
But
and say, "I'm done."
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Here's the thing. So I follow
Just like
him.
if Goldberg would have beat Gunther.
Yes,
in
put
Atlanta,
the title down in the ring and walk away.
would have put the belt in the ring and walk away.
Here's the thing. I follow Brock on Instagram and TikTok. Do you know Brock Lesnar is a butcher? He calls himself the bearded butcher.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, the meat he cuts, bro, I want to order from him because
He catches that.
them shit is like this.
He's got a big, that comes from his big farm.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is like, yo, bro, let
But
me
they
order
said-
some meat from you. And pause, Maddie, because I know you want to come on here and say something.
No, listen, I would like to see, I wouldn't be mad if Brock won the belt and retired. And I mean, they're saying it's going to be his retirement match in Minneapolis. I don't know. Could I see it? I could see it being Minneapolis, his hometown. You know, that's where he went to school. That's where he became a multi-champion, collegiate wrestler, NCAA champion. I mean, I could see that. I could 100% see that. And
That would be
to me,
phenomenal.
you know what I think would be a cool retirement match for him, even though it's probably never going to happen?
What?
Because they are such good friends, and really they could have did so much with them as a tag team if they would have left them. Him and Shelton Benjamin.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
They
Yes,
came-
yes.
They came in,
Yeah.
so they came in as a tag team
Forget about it.
towards the tail end of the Attitude
How you
Era
doing?
in 01.
How
They
you
came in as
doing?
the Minnesota Stretching Crew.
Yes, that's
When they
right.
split 'em
That's
up-
right.
No, you're saying Brock hangs out with
Yes.
the bearded. Yeah, that's the Bearded Butchers, the guys in Ohio. They only they partnered with Brock to do like a seasoning, but
Bro.
Brock is a butcher.
That dude is
But-
phenomenal when it comes to
No,
the
I
hatchet.
think that would have been a lot of that would have had a lot of run to it if they would have done it when they when they teased it in the Rumble with him and Brock.
Yes.
I think there was a lot of meat on that bone for Brock to hold a couple of tag titles with Shelton Horse. There would have been a lot to that, and I think that would have been so good. But I would like to see if they did it. I think that would be a good match, Brock and Shelton, because that's one
I
match
think
you've
that'd be
never had
fantastic.
one-on-one. Well, you did, but
Yeah.
it wasn't really a match. It was an assault, and Brock just suplexed him 912
Yeah, he did.
times.
wait, what's his
That's
What
right.
we
That's
call it?
right.
we call it?
But that
The
was
F5.
that. I think that would be a cool retirement match. I mean, you could bring anybody from Brock's past again. Another one.
Hold on.
you
What
could
if
bring-
this?
I mean, you could put it. You could
What if
Brock
this?
and Roman at WrestleMania.
What if this for one night only? One night only. He becomes a Paul Heyman man again.
No, he is a Paul Heyman guy.
No, I understand, but what if they put it on TV?
No, that
Paul Heyman guy,
that
one night only.
no,
Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, and John Cena wins
no.
over Brock Lesnar.
I think in Boston, I think John, if December 20th is what they're saying is the final match in Boston, John goes over. John doesn't lose in his hometown.
No, yeah, he
I don't-
wins.
There's no
He wins.
if it's his
He doesn't
final run,
lose.
There's no way he loses.
He doesn't lose. No, no way.
He goes over.
Listen,
The,
he's
I
not
think
gonna
I
lose.
think they stack it against him to look like he's, they have run-ins by anyone and everyone in John's past, and John survives it all and still wins the match, and the
Here's-
roof
here's-
just blows off the place, and he goes out.
So
Uh,
here's my thing. Here's my thing. So when they go to Boston, right? So they're gonna go to Boston. John Cena versus whoever they're gonna verse, Randy Orton, whoever. They're gonna bring in, like you said, everybody from his past. John's gonna F5 them or whatever he calls it now. The Cena bomb, whatever. He's gonna do all of that. And the last guy to come in is going to be Brock Lesnar. They're going to go at it, boom, 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 boom. He's going to pick him up, put him on his shoulders, drop him, pin him, and then John's gonna go out, and guess what? That's it for John Cena, because the guy's making movie after movie after movie.
Something tells me though.
I think
something tells me.
Listen, this is what I think.
Training in the performance center.
I like that idea. I like that idea. Anybody and everybody in his path comes in, but then the last guy in, if you smell, and he comes down. Rock gives him the Rock gives him the throat slash. Cena gives him the F. Boom.
I just read this
morning.
That would
be great.
They're saying, what's his name now? What's he?
They're saying that Rock is supposed to come back. So I wouldn't be surprised if in December in Boston it was Rock and John.
What does he go by now?
The final boss. But something tells me if they're gonna go Rock and John in Boston,
the final boss. Yep, the final boss will come out and say, "You don't leave until I tell you can leave."
Yeah, I don't think.
I think he's gonna come back as the Rock.
No, I think he'll be the final boss, but once if they plan that out for him to be in December, it's not going to be the final boss.
What's it going to be?
It's just going to be Rock and Cena like it was.
And now here's
10 years ago.
Here's my thing, OG. Does John Cena come out as Thugonomics?
In Boston, probably.
I hope so.
Does he come out
he
as
has to.
Hold on, with the spinning wheel that Joey still has.
No, I think
Joey still has the spin wheel.
I think at some point.
Listen, he's 26 years old. Still has the necklace
27?
that has the spinning wheel on it.
That necklace has been in my drawer for years. It's just there.
I'm telling you.
I think that would be the hat backwards, the spinning necklace.
I think
it would be phenomenal.
I think at some point he does come back.
All right, so OG, don't go nowhere, guys.
No, we're almost at the end of the show. Why are we going to cut off?
Because we got a minute and a half left.
Oh, all right.
So, guys, it's been a fun day.
We started late.
We can't interrupt the next show. OG, don't go nowhere. So, guys, it's been fun. This is Turnbuckles and Stogies, your favorite pod on every streaming network. Yo, I am the big dog. He's the vanilla gorilla. That's the OG. Yo, hats off to everybody watching. Thanks for all your comments. We appreciate y'all. Yo, we're going to be doing a raffle in like 2 weeks. Check me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.